Hey everybody, welcome back to Prepper Junkie. Today on the table we have a very cool pistol. This is a Sig Sauer P229 Legion and it's a single action only, chambered in 9mm. Let's get this review started. Alright folks, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down on the table, we'll open it up, show you what it comes with. It does come with the SIG hard case. Let's get this opened. It comes with some stickers as you would imagine, user manual, more stickers of your Legion sticker. Comes with a gun lock as you would expect. Comes with 3 P229 mags, which is kind of nice because these are kind of expensive. You're looking about 40 to 50 bucks per mag. And there's a third one. Let me just make sure we are empty. Okay, and it comes with the actual gun. Now, also, if you're into it and if you like these things, you can actually register your Legion with SIG. There's paperwork that comes with it. Go to the site, and then they will. Once you register it, you can actually get a free soft case and a challenge coin if you're into that kind of thing. I think the free soft case is kind of nice. I don't really care about the challenge coin, but each to their own. But this is the pistol. It is absolutely beautiful. Now, one of the things I want to talk about was one of the problems that Legion had back in the day is when they actually were using PVD coatings instead of Cerakoting. The PVD coating was wearing pretty quick and people were pretty upset about it, and I don't blame them because these guns are kind of expensive. They're not kind of expensive, they are pretty expensive. You know, you're looking at 12 to 1300 bucks for one of these guns. And the coating was coming out, but people were just mad. The finish was not looking good. Again, don't blame them, but they changed it in 2019 to Cerakote, and since they've switched, obviously Cerakote's about 40 times more durable than PVD, so you should be good to go. So beautiful guns. I really like the color. This kind of unique gray color. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the camera angle around. I'll put this down on the table so we can get a nice close look up at this gun. I'll be right back with you. Alright, so here we are. Let's take a close look at this firearm. Now, this is a single action only. Like I said, there is a double action single action version, but I have gone with the single action version. A long time ago, I owned the P226. Right at the beginning when I was just getting familiar with guns. Unfortunately, I didn't really realize kind of how awesome the gun was, and I sold it anyway. But that was double action, single action. This one is single action only. And so yeah, let's take a close look at it. Now, one of the things that are really nice, I love these grips that come with the Legion. These are the G10 grips. It has the Legion logo in the center. The grips are extremely comfortable. You can remove these and switch the grips out if you wish. Obviously, you've just got a couple of screws here. You've got some really nice texturing all the way around, and then you have some aggressive texturing at the front here. You know, I have medium-sized hands. Gun fits perfectly in my hand. I really like the grip. It feels absolutely amazing. Very, very nicely done. Now, they do have an undercut right here under the trigger guard, again, so you can get a good grip on the gun. And then you have this nice beaver tail that comes out here. And so it does sit very comfortably in the hand. It does have some texturing on the mag release right here also. And then there's more texturing under the trigger guard and at the front of the trigger guard here also. Moving up, this is your slide lock, slide stop, and then this actually, because it's single action only, it does have an external safety right here, and it is ambidextrous. Now, if you plan on carrying this gun, I would not carry it, you know, with the hammer back. You know, if you got it cocked, I would make sure you lock it, because we'll go over the trigger, but it is pretty light, and so if you're going to carry this gun, cocked and locked is the way to go. Now, when I carry guns, I'm not always, if I'm concealed carrying, which I'm not concealed carrying this, but when I conceal carry, I don't want external safeties on my guns, because when I pull them out, if I'm using in a defensive situation, I personally don't like safeties. But with this one, it works a little better. So when I pull this, if I'm pulling this out, let's put the hammer back. So if I'm pulling this out to draw my gun, the nice thing is when I go to put my grip on, here actually my thumb sits on top of that safety, and it gives me, it kind of gives me some more control, I feel like. So it sits right on top of that safety, so I automatically disengage it. But I do worry, again, if I'm concealed carrying this, if I pull this out and I fumble that safety, obviously it can cause some trouble. But just for normal, everyday, yeah, I do like to have my thumbs sit on top of that safety like so, which automatically disengages it. This is your takedown lever. We'll go over that in just a second. And then moving along, we have a 1913 pick rail, so you can attach any lights that you want to put on there, lights, lasers, I don't know, whatever you want to put on there. And then let's move up to the slide. We have some really nice serrations on the front and back here. And obviously we got some branding, Sig Sauer P229 right there. Obviously we have the hammer back here, which we've gone over. And then they have these awesome X-ray sights. They're high vis. Let me see if I can get it to focus. I'm probably not going to, but it stands out really well. Sig has these sights on a lot of their firearms now, and they're really, really nice. I really do like them a lot. There you go, I got that front one on there. And they are night sights, obviously, so they glow in the dark. But yeah, very nice sights indeed. I am a huge fan of those. Also on top of the Legion, you do have, let me get that focus, some branding right here with the Legion. And so that is that. Now, let's go over the trigger. The trigger is nice. It's, I say, a single action only. It's got a little bit of take up like that. And then you feel like you've hit a wall, but you've got like a millimeter past that than the break. And then it's a very nice, clean, crisp break. And then we've got the reset. Very short reset. This does have the SRT, the short reset trigger. The reset on this trigger is very nice, very tactile, audible. Very nice reset indeed. Very, very nice trigger overall from Sig on this single action only. Now, to take this gun down, you're going to pull the slide back, push the slide lock up, and then you're just going to push the tab down like so. Let the slide go forward and take it off. And then this is the inside. Now I haven't cleaned this and I've shot several hundred rounds through it, so it might be a little dirty, but you can see the fit and finish is excellent, which you would expect from Sig, and the cost of a firearm like this, you would expect it to be perfect. And this is the slide. We have the guide rod, which I just dropped. There's the guide rod, and you probably heard when it dropped there, this is a metal guide rod. And there's your guide spring. Then we have a 3.9 inch Code Hammer forged barrel, like so. All right, and then just reassemble in reverse. All right, let's, now we got it put back together. Let's go ahead and do a comparison beside a Glock 19, just to give people an idea of the size of this P229. So we have a Glock 19 Gen 5 right here, and both hold 15 rounds. And you can see here, obviously, the P229 is longer and obviously a little wider. Glock 19 is a, sorry, I'm just making sure these are even. Now, if you go back to the beaver tail, all the way back there, you would say that obviously the Sig is longer. If you just go for slide to slide, obviously the Glock 19 is just a smidgen longer right there. So there we have it. Obviously the weight difference is obviously very different because this is a polymer lower. This is kind of an all metal frame or all alloy or whatever the material they use. So obviously there's a big weight difference in the gun. The Sig is much, much heavier. But there you go. Just a quick side by side to give you an idea of the size. All right, now we're back together, done a little side-to-side comparison. Let's talk about actually shooting this gun. This gun is just a dream to shoot. I absolutely, the first 100 rounds just shooting through this, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this gun. You know, I've reviewed a lot of guns over the past couple of years, and I don't always get super excited about pistols. You know, I own them, I shoot them, whatever, but they don't really excite me a ton, the ones I've reviewed. This I absolutely fell in love with. Again, within 100 rounds, I was like, oh my gosh, this gun is amazing. I absolutely love it. It's way more accurate than I am. It feels amazing in hand. Yeah, I do. I absolutely love this gun. just a beautiful gun. I think, you know, for me, aesthetically, it looks amazing. I think it looks as a beautiful pistol, which, you know, I know aesthetics don't count, right? But they really do. And it's just, for me, it's just an absolute shooting pleasure. I love this gun. Now, and saying all that, they are a little pricey. You know, I paid like $12.50, I think, for this one, and they were a little hard to come by right now. These Legions, they seem to be out of stock in a lot of places, especially the single action only triggers. As I mentioned before, there is a double action, single action, but I did want to use a single action only. Now, years ago when I first got into guns, I owned a P226. Now, I was so new into guns, I really didn't appreciate what I had in my hands. And at the time as well, I mean, we're going back quite a few years, it was a lot of money for me, and I had it as a safe queen. I didn't want to go out and shoot it because I was like, but I was like, I've got to get a Legion back in. You know, I'm so much more experienced with firearms, and I wanted to see what I thought. And yeah, it's not a 226, it's the 229. And the other one was a double action, single action. This one's a single action only, but I should never have got rid of that P226 Legion. I absolutely love this gun. It's going absolutely nowhere. I will definitely be using and you know, carrying this gun. Huge fan. I personally can't recommend it highly enough. It is an awesome pistol. Again, they are expensive, so there is that. But anyway, if you have any questions, any comments, please ask them below. I'm always happy to help out wherever I can. And if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, please do so. It does not cost you a dime, but it does help me out a ton, and I greatly appreciate it. And that's it, folks. Until next time, I'll catch you later.